So yesterday I was scuba diving and 126,000 gallons of oil was discharged accidentally into the Pacific Ocean. That's a lot of oil. Now, needless to say, this is not the video I intended to make, but it's the video we got, because this is a huge environmental disaster out here. I was diving the kelp forests out of Catalina Island, which are absolutely gorgeous, when down at Huntington Beach, a pipeline, I think, that was leading out to one of the oil rigs sprung a leak and dumped a ton of oil out into the ocean. Now the beach is closed along the shoreline and they've got a boom out there trying to protect the shoreline, but that's a lot of oil in the ocean. It's going to have a huge impact on a lot of the marine life out there, including the bigger things like the whales and dolphins, all the way down to the small things. That oil is going to be out there forever. I worked part of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010, and that oil is just going to become part of the environment eventually. Now, the response crews are doing what they can to clean it up, but they're not going to get it all. It's just going to be there. So I'm going to cut to the kelp forest video that I was trying to shoot initially before this tragedy happened, so that you guys can really enjoy the beauty of the kelp forest, but keep in the back of your head the impact that that amount of oil could have on this gorgeous nearby marine environment. We've just dropped anchor here at one of the best dive sites out here on Catalina Island, Starlight Cove. It is just so thick with kelp forest out here. Still haven't found that elusive horn shark yet, but maybe in this episode. So stick with me, we're getting in. Catalina Island is part of the Channel Islands and is a protected marine reserve located roughly 27 miles or 45 kilometers southwest of Huntington Beach. The kelp forests that are found around the island are home to over 1,000 species of marine plants and animals. Descending down, there is a distinct separation between the open sandy area to my right and where the kelp forest begins. My maximum depth on this dive is 40 feet or 12 meters, and at 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, the water temperature is a little chilly. Turning to my left, I search for a way into the forest. Several different types of seaweed are found within the kelp forests, but the most notable is the giant kelp, which is the world's largest species of marine algae. I'm hoping to get lucky today and locate a horn shark, which is common in these waters. At around 3 feet or just 1 meter in length, horn sharks are a smaller species of shark that can often be found resting on the bottom between rocks during the day. I'm also keeping my eyes open for giant kelpfish, which blend in perfectly with their surroundings and can only be found in this type of environment. As I continue to navigate through the kelp forest, the thought of over 100,000 gallons of oil that was spilled into the ocean from a cracked pipeline only 20 miles from here continues to haunt me. But pushing through the thought of the catastrophic impact all that oil would have on this environment, I stay focused on my diving, including not getting lost in the maze of kelp. While I continue my search for a horn shark and a kelpfish, it's obvious that the most abundant species of fish here is the bright orange Garibaldi. As part of the damselfish family, they are a little territorial and unafraid to dart out towards divers. Garibaldi are such a stunning and popular fish that they've even been designated California's saltwater state fish. As my dive time hits 40 minutes, I realize I may not locate the horned shark and giant kelpfish I set out to find today, but I'm not giving up the search just yet. With only a few minutes of bottom time remaining, I finally spot one thing I'm looking for, that giant kelpfish. It's almost perfectly camouflaged, but allows me to follow it for a few fleeting moments. Navigating my way back out of the kelp forest, I take a moment to appreciate the way the light dances in the water here, and hope the oil that is now forever in the ocean here spares this beautiful environment. I never did find a horned shark, but if you're looking for sharks, check out one of these 2 videos next on diving with great white sharks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time underwater.